हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू आवर यूट्यूब चैनल वंदे मातरम। सब्सक्राइब करिए हमारे इस चैनल को और बेल आइकन को दबाकर हमारे वीडियोस देखिए सबसे पहले और बिल्कुल फ्री।
डॉक्टर सुब्रमण्यम स्वामी। डॉक्टर सुब्रमण्यम स्वामी।
Mr. Deputy Chairman, today would be remembered as a great day, a great step taken for the consolidation of the unity of India, which was lacking.
Your only speech will go on
And
record.
therefore, what I found surprisingly is the leader of the opposition doesn't seem to know the law. He says that Article 370 is the one that connects Jammu Kashmir to India, and he quotes Article 370. I will, Deputy Chairman, sir, quote what Article 370 says. Article 370 says the following, that number one, the this is Article 371, bracket C, the provisions of Article 1 and of this article shall apply in relation to the state of Jammu Kashmir. Now, Article 1 says that the name, union and its territory, the name and union of territory, that is Bharat, shall be union of states. And then it goes on to say on 2C that the states and territories thereof shall be specified in the first schedule. And if you look at the first schedule, Jammu Kashmir is mentioned clearly there. So hence Article 1 has the feature that once a part of India, it's part of the Union of India and therefore cannot be separated. That's why in Berubari we had such a lot of problems when we couldn't give it away to Bangladesh, even though it was a commitment made by us. Therefore, every inch of India which is part of the schedule is inalienable and cannot be removed. Then, what is the further it says, Article 370 itself, notwithstanding anything in the foregoing provisions of this article, the President may by public notification declare this article shall cease to be operative and or operative only partially. In other words, there is no mention of Parliament, there is no mention of a constitutional amendment. It says the President by a notification can remove Article 370, and which is what is now being proposed. And it further says that provided that the recommendation of the Constituent Assembly of the state of Jammu Kashmir shall be necessary before the President issues such notification. The Constituent Assembly of Jammu Kashmir concluded its proceedings in 1956, and what did they recommend? The preamble of the Jammu and Kashmir State Constitution says Jammu Kashmir shall be an inalienable part of India. Jammu Kashmir is an integral part of India, is there in the Jammu Kashmir Constitution. There is no mention of Article 370 in the Constitution. So therefore, what it appears to me is that the Congress party leaders are totally ignorant of the law. They are unaware what the law actually says, and what we are proceeding now is on the basis of law. And bringing a resolution was an additional recognition that this should be informed to the Parliament. Hence, on this basis, I say that the Article 370 removal was overdue, and Article 370's headline is it's a temporary provision. Deputy Chairman, sir. Article 370, which protects our people from outside to come into Jammu Kashmir, died the day 500,000 Kashmiri Pandits were driven out. 500,000 Kashmiri residents who are called Pandits and Sikhs, they were driven out of Kashmir, and not one word has been said in their favor or any attempt to be made to have them return. How can you have Article 370 in one-way direction? It cannot be, and therefore Article 370 has been violated repeatedly by the parties which were ruling all this time before the President's rule. I also say that what remains now for to be done is the resolution passed by Parliament unanimously that the portions of Kashmir in the possession of in the name of Azad Kashmir with Pakistan, illegally occupied, they will be taken back. This is a resolution of this House, and it was unanimously passed during Narasimha Rao's period. And that is another thing that we need to do. And we also need to withdraw the petition filed by Jawaharlal Nehru in the United Nations Security Council, because it was done without the permission of the cabinet of Jawaharlal Nehru. I only say this, that the question of a temporary provision being removed, why are they objecting to it? They are objecting to it because of the fact that there is a vested interest in that. As long as 370 is there, other elements will take advantage of it. In fact, certain elements were encouraged recently by the fact that Imran Khan met the President of the United States, and the President of the United States mistakenly said that he is willing to mediate. There is nothing to mediate. 370 is gone. There is nothing to mediate. There is nothing to mediate except for Mr. Trump to tell Mr. Imran Khan to return the land which they illegally took from India, which is a part of Azad Kashmir. Return of the territory in the possession of Pakistan is the next agenda item for us, and I hope the decisiveness with which the Prime Minister and the Home Minister has taken this step, he will take the next step also when we are ready to recover the land as per the resolution of the Parliament. This is what I want to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Subramanian Swamy.
Use his book and say, this is what is said, is it true? It is a fact that Mauritius was given a special status, that anything of a Mauritius company will be exempt from taxes. For example, in BSE, anyone makes a capital gains, I think you charge 25% or something like that. What is the charge for capital gains in Bombay stocks? Sure. But if your company is registered in Mauritius, zero. Plus, this participatory notes was also introduced, which I have been fighting to abolish, quite a long way, but not enough. Where black money goes out, converts into through Hawala to bank deposits, and then the cash is put before the counters of Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs. They give you a participatory note. You come here, trade in the stock market, and no capital gains tax, and the money becomes white, and you take it back. So these are the ones which have made it profitable to earn on black money. The portion that you don't send abroad ends up distorting your investment priorities. You buy luxuries, you buy marble, you buy air conditioners, you go to 5-star hotels. All these get a higher rate of return, so future investment goes into it. Our investment directly, indirectly today, 70% allocated to luxury goods industry, not for the common man's industries. Whatever the common man needs gets only 30%. This is because the demand for black money is such that the luxury goods industries are prepared. Then there is another problem. You convert your black money through the Hawala route. That means Dubai. Dubai means Dawood. Dawood means without his patronage, no Hawala operator can operate in Dubai. That is why all these cinema stars go and pay obeisance to him. And then he gets all the data, which bank account, what number, everything, an amount, the identity of the person, and that is passed on to Pakistan. With this vital information, any country can blackmail you. And that blackmail process is going on. Now it's slowly coming out. We are not seeing it in Indian politicians yet. But what is this Moin Qureshi matter? They didn't prosecute it for such a long time. The CBI director himself was purchased by Moin Qureshi. Now we are prosecuting them. I will say one thing, if you don't mind my doing propaganda, for all that is said against BJP today, the Congress party has not been able to name a single minister of the central government who is corrupt or has filed a case against him for corruption. Some people say, why don't you file? I said, why should I file? I file against Congress, Congress should file against us. That's the way democracy works. Why should I file against my own people? First of all, you identify who is the one who's corrupt, then I can at least discuss with you. But they cannot understand. I have asked them, each congressman directly, name one corrupt BJP minister. They are not able to. This is the first time since 1947 when we don't have corrupt ministers in the central government. Nehru had Krishna Menon, Nehru had Rafi Ahmed Kidwai, Nehru had so many corrupt people. Indira Gandhi, starting with Indira Gandhi, the corruption has started. So this is a new development. And that's why certain things are happening which never happened before. Then Moin Qureshi's examples there. Mr. Chidambaram is just outside the doors of TR jail. It's only today the Supreme Court had gone and asked for an early listing of the matter because the court is monitoring the. And his son, of course, has got 21 bank accounts abroad. A huge mansion jointly owned with Chidambaram in the city of Cambridge in England. Huge mansion. And God knows what all assets they have. Similarly, Sonia Gandhi, Prime Minister in his speeches says they are both out on bail. Who got them on bail? It was I, National Herald. It was not the government of India. It's I who filed a private complaint. And with the private complaint, a summons was issued. And then I prima facie proved the charges, so the court arrested them. And then they asked for bail. I did not object because if they had gone to jail just for, without a final conviction, then there would have been bhajan mandalis outside their jail to make them heroes and heroines. And all the upkeep and all these problems. So it's better to wait till the conviction. And look at it. Let me repeat to you what National Herald case is. It's the biggest fraud perpetrated in modern corporate history. National Herald was published by a company called Associated Journals, which was set up in 1937 at 10 rupees a share. Jawaharlal Nehru bought only one share, and all others like Acharya Narendra Dev, Rafi Ahmed Kidwai, etc., Kailashnath Kajju, etc., they bought 100 shares, 20 shares like that. And Jawaharlal Nehru was chosen as chairman by them all. There were 10 persons as required under 10 or 11 persons as required under the Societies Act. And they became a company. And it ran during the freedom struggle. It got a lot of money because people wanted to know. After Jawaharlal Nehru became Prime Minister, Then they got a lot of money, a lot of property. In the end, in 2008, they had 5,000 crores worth of property, but had a debt of 90 crores, which they claimed was owned by Congress party. That is, Congress party had given them 90 crores over the years, and that was an unpaid debt, and they couldn't pay, which is a lie, because you have 5,000 crores of worth of property, you can certainly sell some of it and pay 90 crores. They closed it down. Having closed it down, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi formed a company called Young Indian Private Limited Company. 80% of the shares owned by the mother and son. And then they passed a resolution with other directors present, Motilal Vora, Oscar Fernandez and two others, Sam Petroda and Suman Dubey, and say that we should try and acquire National Health Company Associated Journals. So Motilal Vora, director of the Young Indian, should go and talk to the Congress party and say that your 90 crores cannot be now because the company is closed down. So we are giving you 50 lakhs. It's a 5 lakh company, this Young Indian of Sonia Gandhi, and somehow they produce 50 lakhs from a company called Doltex in Calcutta, which when the enforcement directorate went said, ours is what is called as an entry company, or what you do is that you give them cash and they'll put you in an account. So 50 lakhs came from that, that's another separate investigation. But Motilal Vora went and spoke to the Congress party treasurer that you can't recover this money, here's 50 lakhs, assign it to us. Now immediately the treasurer agreed. Guess who the treasurer was? Motilal Vora. So Motilal Vora went and talked to Motilal Vora and got this Young Indian. Then having got this loan assigned to them, this debt assigned to them, Motilal Vora goes and talks to the National Herald Company Associated Journals, to the chairman of the board of directors, and says